What's up, bro? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow, my series, point of view of random shit. Like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow, social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, uh, Facebook, BrandonJaneauShow, and of course, like always, YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow, man. Go there, subscribe, comment, you know, everything, man. Hope you guys enjoy this, man. Woo! It's been a crazy time, man. Crazy, crazy time. Um, where do I want to start? Let's get into some shit. I had it lined up, so I'm gonna do it like that. So let's get into it, man. Crazy week in entertainment world, social media world, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now the shit kind of like intertwined. It's the same shit. Um, it really is the same shit. So I feel like I did this episode before, and I said this a long time ago that I respect Diddy. I said I respect Diddy's legacy, but as a person, I don't really fuck with Diddy. He always seemed a little weird to me. Just dude, just you hear the stories of dude, and you're like, yeah, that nigga's weird. Like that's a weird dude. Um, so of course last week when it came out that his ex Cassie was suing him, and man, oh man, oh man, to see all of the shit she put in that lawsuit. Um, yeah, uh, crazy. Um, Pretty much shit we've already heard about him. Let's be real. It was always shit we kind of heard about him allegedly. Because I got to throw that word out there just in case this somehow some way find somewhere to you know. But we've always heard stories about that dude like that. Like so, it wasn't more so of a. I don't think anybody on social media was like that's shocking. No, people were like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's time for Diddy to get his. Like that's kind of what people were like on social media. Everybody was like, "Yeah, it's time for Diddy to get his." Like, yeah, like what? I saw this. This is the funniest one I saw. He said, I saw one where nigga was like, nigga was like, what, what Jewish person did Diddy piss off? It was so funny. Yo, that shit was fucking hilarious. And he said, what Jewish person did Diddy piss off? Like, oh, that shit was funny. Um, yeah, that was hilarious. Listen, man, what do I feel about this situation, man? Listen, like I said, it isn't anything that we should be surprised about. To be honest with you, man, I saw a lot of people more so, you know, showing Cassie love, and showing her a lot of love, a lot of, praise for her going public with something like this. And that's what you should do, man. We in this world we live in so much so we jump to conclusions so fast, and we instead of giving the person the proper healing and positive reinforcements and the respect of being so open and honest with a situation like this. Because listen, man, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're suing someone, so you're going to want money from the motherfucker when he's worth $1 billion fucking dollars. But I really do think what she also said was, and I saw it, I think somewhere where she was like, I'm really doing this because I have kids now, and I would never want anything to happen to my kids. Like it went, like what I went through. I would never want my kids to have to go through that shit. And I respect that more. Like I don't think that people don't understand that shit. Um, for me, man, personally, man, and for people that are also, and I didn't really see too many people like shoot shots at her on social media. I was like a couple of stories like Brandon T. Jackson kind of said something stupid on social media, uh and uh and uh and Paula J. Parker, who plays Trudy on a Proud Family, the voice of Trudy on a Proud Family. She said something where she was like, I was 19 in this industry, and I also was, assaulted and stuff in the industry, and you telling me you couldn't tell him no, and it's like, eh, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit for a lot of reasons, but more so because it's like your story isn't this person's story. Just because you probably at that time in your career couldn't express how you felt about all of the shit you was going through. Eventually, you did say something, I'm assuming, about what the traumatic situations you were going through at that time. So for you to sit up here and say to this woman that she shouldn't have said anything, or I don't believe her story, that is disturbing, because it's like you went through this shit. Not saying you went through the same level that she went through it, but you went through this shit. Why are you now sitting up here and trying to compare y'all experiences? No, it's not the same at all. But at the same time, you did go through the shit too. Maybe not in her, not to her, story or her experience, but you went through it too. So it's kind of just, it was weird to see someone, you know, try to say like, well, just because you were 19, I was 19 in the industry too, and I could tell somebody no. It's like, that don't, nah, I didn't like the fact that she, and again, like I said, I grew up on that woman. She was in a lot of my favorite shows, Proud Family, the Wayans Brothers. She was in a lot of great shows in the '90s. So for her to just jump out the window and do something like that and try to like make it seem like Cassie shouldn't have done it, or don't really have a story, or like the lawsuit didn't make sense. It was bad, man. It was a bad one. Slim Thug was another one. Slim Thug literally got on there and was like, well, it's too late to do it. Like, bruh, like, what? I saw also Joe Budden also try to, like, not really speak on it because of the relationship he got with Diddy. And I feel like a lot of people got a relationship with Diddy, and a lot of people can't really speak on this shit because they do have such a tie to Diddy, and Diddy has probably so much dirt on them that they can't really express their remorse for what Cassie's going through. But I feel like, and here's the thing, another thing people don't want to also admit, and this is the thing. I saw a lot of people being like, well, damn, Diddy settled. She just wanted the money. No, she didn't want the money. The reason why Diddy settled is because Diddy was not going to win this. Diddy knows this. Diddy ain't stupid. You don't become a billionaire and the owner of some rock and had a label for almost over 30 fucking years with no artists on the fucking label at all. Your label haven't been hot since early 2000s, and you have no artists on your label outside of you and your son, but yet you still screaming bad boy. Like, like, like you don't go that long in the industry. You almost been in the industry for damn near 40 fucking years. You know the battles you can win, and you know the battles you cannot. And that's a battle he was not gonna win. More problems, more situation. What he always says, more money, more problems. Well, guess what, motherfucker? You are about to get all the problems. You did not want to go on trial with Cassie. She said she wanted people. She wanted a real jury, a real trial with jury. If you went on a trial with people, no matter how much money you got, no matter how many times you could buy people off, the stories that were going to come out around that about that situation, you weren't going to be able to live it down. And that's the thing. His persona is too fucking massive. And the fact of the matter is, he cannot have somebody that really knows his stories and really knows what the fuck he's been through and done for like damn near 10 years. They were together for like damn near a decade. Like, yo, you can't have somebody like Cassie explain to everybody really what the fuck you do. And like I said, these are stories that a lot of people have always heard about you. So the fact that you were gonna probably go on trial and have to explain some of this shit, that shit, yeah, settle quick, get that shit, yo. I don't give a fuck how many times the lawyers got on there. And immediately when that case dropped, and the lawyers were like, we're denying Diddy. Sean Combs denies everything. And the next day, that shit was put to bed. Like that ain't gonna settle immediately. Because if this was somebody that you met in Miami and you hooked up with for a year or some shit and nobody cared, okay, then this is a little different. But when it's a person that you've been with for almost over a decade that knows all your secrets, knows all your stories, know all where your bodies are buried, yeah, nigga, you probably want to settle real fast. So I don't think that was anything about a Cassie settling for the money. No, 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 no. That was a D knowing I cannot win this fucking case. Either I'm not gonna win the case of I'm not gonna really win the case, like the real case, and I'm not gonna have to pay her $60 million regardless, or I'm gonna lose the case of public opinion, which he barely has now. But but then it would be shattered. He would never be able to come back from it, and that's the thing. So Diddy had to settle. This was all about Diddy, because Cassie was gonna win regardless. You went to the trial. You went to trial. His reputation is ruined, and his money is gone regardless. You just settle, and you never had to go to trial. But the stories are still out there. So eventually, you're gonna have to answer to this shit. Now, will he? Some funny shit though. I'll tell you that much. Um, Not what she went through, but what he is. He's a funny motherfucker, ain't he? All right. Speaking of another situation that is beyond fixable, I guess beyond fixable. So, Meg Thee Stallion dropped a song what a couple weeks ago, month ago maybe, called Cobra, and she was dissing her ex in it, and her ex dropped a new song what this past week, called the person. Niggas called it the person, and he's kind of going back at her and pretty much saying, "Yo, like I shook hands with niggas that you were shaking hands with motherfuckers and laughing in these niggas' faces. When all in all, you were fucking these dudes while I was shaking hands with these niggas. Like I'm smiling in these niggas' faces, talking to these niggas and shit, and you kicking it with these niggas all set. What the fuck going on?" So, so I saw social media get split on this. Did he go too far? Did he you know do too much? And here's the thing, man. You can't tell somebody how to react. Keyword. There it is. You can't tell somebody how to react. When you go on your social media, when you do a song calling this man a cobra and dissing this man, calling him a snake pretty much, dissing him, talking about how he cheated on you, and then he comes back and he fights fire with fire. Sometimes people don't want to take the Michelle Obama route. When they go low, we go high. Sometimes we want to go low too. We want to cut your fucking legs off. We want to we want to put you in an ambulance. Sometimes we want to see you get buried, motherfucker, buried alive. We love this shit. I love it. I would like I enjoy it. Like, yep. You went low and I went low right with you. Fuck the bullshit. Like you went low, we went to hell. Fuck that shit. We going to hell together. Fuck this. Sometimes you ain't got that in you. You ain't got that. I'm gonna go high. Like no, 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 no. Sometimes we going to hell. Fuck that. Like we are going all the way down. Fuck that. Like let's get it. A lot of people say, was he wrong for this? No, he wasn't wrong. I'm sorry. I haven't even heard the song, and I'm just like I was looking at some of the lyrics, and I'm like, he didn't really go that far. I didn't go that far. He didn't go that far because it could have been way worse. Like, and speaking of skeletons being buried, like we could have found out a lot of shit about her, but all he was talking about is all of her, you know, pretty much not being loyal to him and not giving him the proper respect when you're talking to niggas that I'm supposed to be. I'm smiling in these dudes' faces, knowing that damn well you hooking up with these niggas behind the scenes. You know you're dating, you're kicking it with these niggas, letting these niggas hit, And now I'm supposed to be the bad guy for fucking addressing some shit that you started. You started it. I know it's 5 year old. I know it's childish as shit. But sometimes that shit is the perfect thing to say. Motherfucker, you started it. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You started it. You talk about how I cheated on you, but then you gonna get mad, and fans are gonna get mad at me for being honest in my music, depending on how I want to do what I want to do. The man's a musician too. The man raps too. So for him to go off and say what he said about her in his song, it is what it is, man. I don't think people could sit up here and try to tell me that he's wrong, but then when she did it, it's empowering. Fuck out of here. No, 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 no. It's wrong for one, it's got to be wrong for the other. And that's why I think a lot of y'all are fucking up. If it's wrong for one, it's wrong for the other. Don't sit up here and tell me one thing is empowering and one thing is just, it's like slut shaming. No, 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 no. It's not. If you could call me out for cheating on you on songs, then I could do the same for you. What the fuck? That's equal opportunity, man. What the fuck is going on? Don't change. Don't move the goalposts when the shit don't go your way. Period. Now, that's two other stories I want to get into before I get into the other story, and that is so. So Saturday, I went to the movie theaters and I watched The Marvels. It's a good movie. A lot of critics, a lot of people were trying to shit on it, try to diss it, but The Marvels is actually a really good movie. Um, like I said a long time ago, I don't listen to any critics that have this idea in their heads of what you know. I don't like critics. I don't like people trying to take shots at certain shit. And The Marvels was actually a really good movie. If you didn't like the first one, then cool, whatever. I did. I liked the first one. I thought Captain Marvel was amazing. I thought Captain Marvel was actually a really good movie. I watch it every time it comes on. It's actually a really good movie. Um, so I went to the movie theaters, watched it. Uh, to be honest, not a lot of people in the movie theaters when I went. Maybe because critics have killed the movie for them. Maybe they're rushing. Because I remember going to see Black Panther maybe a week after it came out, and that shit was full. So maybe it's true. Maybe people are losing faith in Marvel, or maybe people just didn't want to see the Marvels because they heard all the critics or whatever. But it gave me more clarity on what the Marvels movie was. Now I'm gonna just be real, and I'm gonna talk about it because y'all not gonna go watch this fucking movie, so I'm gonna talk about it. Fuck it. Um, this movie at the end showed exactly why I felt, why I said a couple weeks, well, I said what, a week, 2 weeks ago, and I said the Marvel franchise has won the Let Them Cook award for me. Like, they have won the Let Them Cook award for me. You don't give me all of the movies you gave me in phase one, and now I'm like some selfish ass kid or some spoiled ass kid that had Iron Man and Captain America and all these superheroes who we all knew were at some point going to probably pass away or at least not be those characters anymore. And for you to sit up here now and say, "What is wrong with Marvel? The fuck is wrong with you?" This movie was incredible, man. Now, I saw some people saying I don't understand uh why Monica just gave uh Carol like a hug. They hugged after uh you know Carol went back in her past. She was pretty much putting on the scroll memory thing that was she was trying to get her memories back from what Creed did to her by taking her taking her memories away over the years she was with them. and she said she's been trying to get her memories back. And then they try to. The first fight scene was amazing, by the way. That was an incredible fight scene. Um, but she get her memories. She's trying to get her memories back, and she puts this machine on all three of them. And I haven't seen Miss Marvel, which I gotta go now watch, which I gotta go sit down. And I've said over the last these next couple of days, because Thanksgiving, I'm gonna try to pretty much, you know, these next couple of days, I'm trying to go watch a lot of the Marvel series. Miss Marvel is one. Uh, and so watching that movie, man, and then when Carol and when all of them were trying to like figure out what the hell Creed was trying to do, and then the memories came up of Carol being around Monica's mom and showing that she actually went back when they were in the blip, and she went to go take care of her mom. You find out that her mom had cancer again, and her mom passed away, and they just hug after that. A lot of people was mad at that. I saw a lot of people on social media be like, "So you just hugged her, and that was it? Like y'all hugged, and that was the end of your problems? Like that was it? Yeah. Sometimes it's not as hard as people want to make it. It really is. Sometimes just like yo, just sometimes you gotta just let shit go, man. It is what it is. She did not want to see Carol for like the entire time in the beginning of the movie. She didn't want to see her. Like the entire time, she never wanted to see her, and then she finally gets a chance to see her on the ship. And that was a crazy movie, man. It was a crazy. That was a crazy time. That was a crazy part of the movie. You find out a lot more about what's coming in this movie, which again, like I said, with Marvel, it's you gotta let them cook. You find that there's about to be the Young Avengers, which is very big. The Young Avengers is coming. I watched the Hawkeye series, so I know Kate Bishop was going to be a part of the Young Avengers eventually. Um, so to see her at the end of the movie was really dope. Um, but more importantly, man, the rip in the time zone, the rip in the timeline, pretty much the rip in you know the Marvel timeline was pretty much what this movie was built around. You had to get the Bengals back to make the timeline fit again. And Monica, who could absorb the energy, Carol, who has all of the energy, and Camilla, who could actually turn the energy into actually a solid. So they're giving her all the energy, and she has to go and pretty much bring the timeline back together. But she knew she was going to have to stay on the other side of the timeline to make it work. And then at the end of the movie, to see who she thinks is her mom, because she is her mom pretty much, but she is her mom. But then she's like, "Mom," like, and she's like, "Mom, like what? What are you talking?" She's like, "Mom," like, and she's like, and then the doors open up and Beast from X-Men walk through, and you're like, "Oh shit." That's a crazy ass way to introduce the fucking X-Men. That is top tier great. Like Beast just walks in and is like, well, some like yeah, she kind of came from a different different timeline, different dimension, and it's like, and then Monica's like, and then the mom takes off the jacket and she's like, oh shit, like this is not good. To introduce the X Men like that, it's iconic, man. I'm looking forward to the X Men. I gave a terrible fucking review of the movie, but um, all in all, man, to see the Young Avengers get introduced, but more importantly, to see the X Men finally get introduced into the Marvel franchise, the Marvel universe. You still want to sit up here and tell me that Secret Wars in like Secret Wars is not gonna be a massive thing? I forgot the other Avengers movie that's supposed to be coming out. I know it's Secret Wars. Oh, and Kang Dynasty, which still up in the air. You don't really know what's going on with Jonathan Majors, and that's a very massive situation. But the way people say the end of Loki went, which again I gotta go watch that series. I haven't even watched the Loki series. Um, I gotta go watch both seasons, the first and the second. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be binge watching a lot the next couple of days. If you haven't realized, I'll be binge watching a lot these next couple of days. Um, but to say how the Loki series was, you don't know what they're gonna do with Kang Dynasty just yet because they still trying to figure that out. But Secret Wars, it seems like it's about to be that. Also, like I said last week, that just gave me the perfect understanding for why they put the Secret Invaders on before the Captain Marvel movie, before the Marvels. And I said this last week. I said I want to see why they did it. Well, they told me they showed you exactly why the fucking scrolls were on planet Earth. They showed you it. The fucking Creed went to like call a truce with them and team up with them, and Captain Marvel fucked up the whole truce. Like she fucked up the whole truce. Completely destroyed their destroyed where they were on their planet that they were at, the refugee home, and they destroyed it. So it and then Thor's sister comes and saves it, takes them with them, but then they pretty much leave where Thor's at, like, and then they end up on planet Earth. Like, it makes sense now. See, this is why I kept saying I gotta go see this movie and see why the scrolls ended up on planet Earth. It makes sense now why they ended up on planet Earth. Like, because their refugee home got destroyed. Like, it makes perfect fucking sense now. So yeah, that made sense. I was like, oh, okay, now that makes fucking sense. Like, okay, got it. Immediately made sense. Like, oh, okay. So yeah, Carol kind of fucked up their truce. So in their heads, it was like, you gave us no other option but to come to planet Earth and find our new home. It made sense. Totally made sense. Coming in. Now another one that I need to do. And I know I want to do this for Life of Times Music, which I will do, which I'm going to break down. So I don't really have a top 10. I've been trying to figure out if I had a top 10, and I don't. So what I'm going to do for the end of this year is probably give you my favorite albums, like five of my favorite albums. And one of them is this project, which is Scary Hours 3. I still see people, and before I get into the Scary Hours 3 project, Drake and J. Cole dropped first person shooter video, and that shit's a movie. Like, that shit was incredible. If you're gonna do two great rappers, two of the greatest of all time, and they drop a music video that, like that, you gotta respect it. Now, my problem with a lot of that was people in the comments saying, "Ah, this should have been Kendrick." I need people to understand something, fully understand something. Kendrick is in his own world, his own lane, his own thing. But like I've always said, Kendrick is third. Just because you don't want to believe it. And here's the thing. You're probably never going to believe it. But Kendrick is third to me. He's third. He makes incredible bodies of work. But he ain't J. Cole. He ain't the best rapper. J. Cole's a better rapper than Kendrick. If you don't If you still don't know that and you still are like, no, he ain't, you're lying to yourself. J. Cole fits on everybody's song. You cannot say that about Kendrick. That is why he's the best rapper. J. Cole fits everybody's fucking song. Listen to every song J. Cole's been on recently. Now go listen to every song Kendrick Lamar has physically tried to be on ever since. He don't sound right on Mask Off. I've literally said this when I did the Travis Scott episode that I didn't like Goosebumps at first because Kendrick's verse just didn't fit. Now it kind of like, okay, but he don't fit every song. He fits those songs that he can get on. J. Cole fits every fucking song. Every song J. Cole's on, he fits it. That's an adjustment. Like he knows how to rap. That's how good you are. Like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne fits every song he's on because he just fits every fucking song he's on. And Drake is the better artist out of all of them. Drake just knows how to make hits. He knows how to be that guy. But I saw so many people be like, I wish this was Kendrick. For fucking what reason? You think Kendrick will ever do what Drake has done with J. Cole in the last couple of weeks? In the last month and a half, last year? You think Kendrick will ever do what what Drake did? And that is know that I'm not better than him, but I'm still gonna work with him. Kendrick knows he can't out rap J. Cole. You think he's stupid? Come on, bro. You really think Kendrick does not know he can't out rap J. Cole? The thing about people, and I see this all the time, when J. Cole and Kendrick drop Black Friday, y'all realize that's not even a collaboration. Kendrick jumped on J. Cole's Tell Two Cities beat, and J. Cole jumped on All Right. Them niggas never did them songs together. But they but they put it out like it was a collaboration song. No, it's not. It's literally Kendrick took J. Cole's instrumentals and J. Cole took Kendrick's. That's it. Them niggas ain't never been on a song where both of them rapped together. Even when they did Jeezy's song, American Dream, J. Cole was rapping. Kendrick's like singing at the end of the song. He's not really rapping. Forbidden Fruit, Kendrick's doing the hook. J. Cole's rapping. They Ready might be the only song that I've heard them niggas on. They Ready and I'm on for Trade the Truth. Those are like the only two songs I've actually really have heard them two niggas physically rap on. That's it. But for people to continue to scream, J. Cole and Kendrick should do something together. That will never happen. Because I don't think Kendrick will ever get on a song with J. Cole. I think when Kendrick could win public opinion and when he knew he had the public fucking with him and everybody loved him, then yeah. When Good Kid, Mad City dropped, even when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, you probably could have easily done an album with J. Cole. And people would say Kendrick is better than J. Cole. But right now, in the now sense, I do not think Kendrick could get on a rap record with J. Cole and rap with him. He'd get destroyed. He'd get destroyed. It wouldn't even be fucking close. He'd get destroyed. Anyway, Scary Hours 3 comes out, and I see a lot of people still hating on Drake. And my problem with people is that y'all continue to sit up there and say, well, his writer deserves all that credit. Really? Y'all still have this thought process in your head that Drake has writers. Okay, if that's the case, why Quentin Miller ain't got a number one hit? Why Quentin Miller doesn't have a number one hit? If that's the case, is Kanye West? Is Kanye West a good artist? Is he the greatest? Should Kanye West ever be considered a rapper? Because he doesn't write. We know he don't write. Drake has written songs for him. Push has written songs for him. Sci-Hi the Prince has written songs for him. Kid Cudi has written songs for him. So if that's the case, is Kanye West even a rapper? You can't have this conversation again. Like I always say, you can't move the goalposts when the fuck you want to move the goalposts. Drake is one of the greatest. You can hate it, go ahead. Please do. But this nigga on this project, 6 records. He gave you exactly what you wanted. Gave you exactly what you wanted. Evil Ways with him and Cole is fire. Fire. Yes. Did Cole maybe tone down what he could have really said on that song? Yeah, but like I just said, Drake ain't the greatest rapper over Kendrick over J. Cole. Oh fuck no. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. J. Cole's a way better rapper than Drake. Not even close. But what Drake brings to songs in the table of music is J. Cole can't do. He can't. Every song of Scary Hours. The only song I don't like, and I can't even say I don't like it, is Whip Man. I don't that's not one of my favorite songs. It's actually a really good song, but out of those 6, that's like my least favorite song of the project. That's my least favorite song of the project. I'll be honest with y'all. That's my least favorite song of the project. Um You Broke My Heart is fire as a motherfucker. Oh, that shit's so good. That shit gonna be on radio. I see it already. I'm like, this nigga got number one. He got number one. That song is fire. Red Button is dope as fuck. Uh, my brother's stories. Yo, the shoe fits should be in a gallery somewhere, like just in a rap Hall of Fame gallery. Just like so, this is the moment. Like niggas played with his name, and he decided to show niggas that he is that nigga. Like, this is the moment. Like, yo, this nigga shoe fits is fucking incredible. Like the story that felt like old Drake. That felt like a Drake song I grew up on. That felt like Thank Me Later. All of the old songs that used to get leaked. Like that felt like that. Like I was like, oh my god, this shit is phenomenal. Like I was like, oh, this shit's a phenomenal. I was like, this shouldn't be this fucking good. It shouldn't be this fucking good. Shoe Fits is a hell of a storytelling song. Yeah, man. Scary Hours 3 is the shit. Like Scary Hours 3 is the shit, man. A lot of people also talk about who he dissed on the project, and y'all should have known. Joe Budden's gonna catch a straight. Like you should have known that was coming. Kanye's gonna probably catch a straight. You should have known that was coming. Push is gonna catch a straight. You should have known that was coming. You should have known a lot of them songs was gonna be pretty much about some of them niggas. Like it was pretty obvious. Um, but I feel like a lot of people that still have this idea in their heads that like anybody that's still questioning Drake's greatness is I think you're just questioning. Excuse me. You're questioning Drake's greatness because he surpassed what you thought he would be. He was supposed to be the guy. A lot of people forget this. Again, you forget this. He was supposed to be the guy. This is the only nigga at the time frame of his career where he had all of the buzz in the world and turned down double XL freshman class, which by the way, at that time, it actually mattered if you were on the freshman class cover. And he turned down double XL. I was like, I'm good. I don't need it. What? He turned that shit down. He was like, I'm good. I don't need it. And he didn't. He fucking didn't. He didn't need double XL. And that's the craziest thing. Like the fact that people still don't fuck with this dude, and you're trying to find reasons to not like him. It's the funniest shit in the world. It really is. And to say that he's not the best, one of the best rap artists in the game ever, you're fucking lying to yourself. Like, stop it. Stop it. It's ridiculous. By the way, I am looking forward to this fucking tour that him and Cole are about to go on. I am going to this tour. I'm trying to find tickets right now. I'm going for my birthday. It's fucking set in stone. I just gotta find the tickets. I'm going to this fucking show. And I might have to go home for one of these shows. They got two shows, one January 29th, the other one January 30th. I am going to one of those shows. I don't know which one, but I am going to one of those shows. I cannot miss this concert. It is literally, and I feel like it's gonna be a versus. I literally think it's gonna be a goddamn versus. J. Cole and Drake. I think they're gonna go out there and it's gonna be like a versus where Drake gonna probably start it, and J. Cole gonna come out, and then they're gonna probably go back and forth. Then it's just, I think it's gonna be a versus. That's just what I'm assuming, but time will tell. But yeah. And last but not least, man. So Snoop quit smoking, which clearly that was a fucking lie. It's Snoop Dogg. Could you really think Snoop was gonna quit smoking weed? Really? Come on, bro. It's fucking Snoop. We fall, y'all niggas fall for anything nowadays. I really do feel this way. People fall for any damn thing. You really think Snoop, the man that wrote The Chronic, is going to stop smoking weed? Is the funniest shit in the planet. No, he did it to promote, I think, a smoke grill, some shit. Cool. But nowadays, you should have known that was coming. Like, all of this shit is pretty much like, come on. Like, everything now is promotional. So he knew that would get people talking. So it lined you right up for what he was about to do. And that was exactly what it is. It's free promo, baby. Free promo. Boom. And got your ass. Huh? You got your ass. You got your ass. Perfect. Um, yeah. Well, until next time. This is point of view of random shit. Uh, I will be doing a end of the year point of view of random shit. I gotta find the stories that I want to talk about again. Other than that, I am Brandon Janeau. Hope you guys enjoy this. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. Until next time, peace.